Today, we're cracking open an ancient playbook for life. It's a collection of wisdom that basically claims to hold the secrets to success, wealth, and honor. It's the book of Proverbs, and it's all designed to answer one huge question. How do you live a good life? So let's dive in.
Right out of the gate, the book throws down the gauntlet. It says that real knowledge starts with a certain kind of fear or deep respect, while fools, well, they just hate being taught anything. And this sets the stage for the big choice we're going to explore today, the choice between wisdom and folly, a path of learning versus a path of ignorance.
So what's this book really trying to accomplish? That brings us to our first section, the quest for wisdom. You've got to understand, this isn't just a random collection of fortune cookie sayings, it's a very focused guide for learning a very specific skill.
Okay, but first we really need to get clear on what wisdom means here. When Proverbs talks about wisdom, it's not some abstract philosophy. The original Hebrew word is hakmah, and it means a practical skill. Think of it like a master craftsman's skill, but for life itself. Knowing the right way to act, the right thing to say, and how to live well in pretty much any situation.
And the book doesn't hide its intentions at all. It's basically a training manual. It's built to take someone who is maybe a little naive or young and just arm them with the insight and judgment they're going to need to really thrive in a complicated world.
So how valuable is all this wisdom? The book does not pull any punches here. Forget gold, silver, rubies. Wisdom is held up as the ultimate prize, the thing that outshines everything else. It's not just something that makes your life better. The book actually argues it is the source of life itself.
All right, so we get what wisdom is and why it's such a huge deal. Now the book presents us with this life-defining choice. That brings us to section 2, the 2 invitations. And this isn't just an abstract idea. It's a choice that's personified by 2 competing voices, and they're both calling out for us to follow them.
And this is where I think the book gets really clever. It doesn't frame this as a boring choice between good and evil. No, instead, it's a choice between 2 women, 2 different invitations to follow them down their own separate paths.
So first up, you've got Lady Wisdom. And notice where she's making her appeal. She isn't hiding away in some secret exclusive club. She's out in the open, in the streets, at the city gates, where everybody can hear her. Her call is public, it's direct, and her promise is simple but incredibly profound. Choose my path and you will live. Then there's the other voice, the foolish woman, and her call is the total opposite. It's not a public shout, it's more like a seductive whisper. She's all about the allure of the secret, the hidden, the forbidden. See, she's not offering you a good life, she's offering the temporary thrill of getting away with something.
And this is where the contrast just becomes crystal clear. Lady Wisdom's offer, it's backed by real lasting benefits, life, honor, security. But the foolish woman's sales pitch, it's hiding a terrifying reality. The book is brutally blunt about this. Her path does not end in pleasure, it ends in death. Her house is a trap, and her guests are as good as dead.
Okay, so let's say you take wisdom's offer. What does that actually look like, day to day? Let's explore that in section 3, the way of the wise. This is where the big abstract choice becomes real, concrete action.
So what does this wise life actually involve? Well, it's defined by a set of core habits. And notice how many of these are about self-mastery. Controlling your tongue, managing your anger, choosing hard work over laziness. It's all about being teachable, being humble, and being smart enough to surround yourself with good people. Wisdom isn't a one-time decision, it's a daily practice. I mean, just take one of those traits for example, diligence. The book connects it directly to a practical result. Hard work leads to wealth and influence. Slothfulness leads to poverty and being controlled by others. It's a really straightforward equation of cause and effect, and that's a theme you see again and again.
All right, now let's flip the coin and look at the other side. Section 4, the path of the fool. What does it look like to accept that other invitation, the one that leads to destruction?
The fool's life is pretty much a perfect mirror image of the wise. So what's the core problem? They hate being told what to do. And from that one single attitude, you get this whole cascade of predictable behaviors. They speak without thinking, they're lazy, they're arrogant, and, this is a big one, they surround themselves with other fools who just tell them they're right. It's a self-reinforcing cycle of bad habits.
And the book gives us this chilling picture of how this path just spirals down, down, down. It starts with this enticing invitation, right? Let's go do some harm for some easy gain. The promise is wealth, but the reality is total self-destruction.
In trying to set a trap for others, they actually end up trapping themselves. The greed that's driving them ends up consuming them. It's a vicious cycle.
And when you put these two lifestyles side by side, the results are just wow. Take speech. For the wise, it's a tool for healing. For the fool, it's a weapon of self-destruction. Take anger. The wise person has control, while the fool's rage is just on full display for everyone to see. Same thing with money. One path builds things up, the other just tears them down. They're like two completely different operating systems for life.
So all of this builds to our final section, the ultimate choice. We've seen the two invitations, we've seen the behaviors that come with each path. Now, we look at the final destination.
You know, if you boil the whole book down to one big idea, it's this. Cause and effect are absolute. None of your choices just happen in a vacuum. Every single action, every habit, is one more step on a path that's leading to a very specific destination. To put it simply, your lifestyle determines your destiny.
And the imagery they use for these two destinations couldn't be more powerful. The path of the wise, the just, is described as this shining light that just keeps getting brighter and brighter. It's a path of clarity, of safety, of progress. But the path of the fool, the wicked, that's a path of growing darkness, where they don't even know what they're stumbling over.
And the final outcomes, they couldn't be more different. The wise, they inherit glory. They find life. They shall dwell safely. But the fool, their only promotion is shame. The book even makes this shocking claim that to hate wisdom is to literally love death. One path secures your place in the world, the other one gets you cut off from it completely. The consequences are presented as final and irreversible.
And so, the book leaves us right here. This isn't just ancient literature. It's a mirror and a signpost. It lays out the invitations, the lifestyles, and the final destinations with incredible clarity. The final question, then, isn't for the author to answer. It's for each of us. The choice has been presented. Which way are you walking?